Hey, how's it going? I've been seeing a lot of people make their videos about their wives and why they do what they do in Vemma. And so I decided to tell a little bit about myself and why this is so important to me and what it has done for me. So a little bit about myself. My name is Nick Klein. I'm 19 years old. I'm from Kerman, California. If you're not from the area, it's a little farming community just west of Fresno, California in the Central Valley. I grew up in a small town, not the big city life, and so I've been very used to the old school. My dad is a farmer, so I was raised with very old school, conventional ways of life. And when this was presented to me, it was very different. And that's the thing that stood out to me the most. It's different. If you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. So, I graduated high school in class of 2013. Right after high school, I started working at Costco, and I only worked there for 2 months because I was just a seasonal worker. So once the summer seasonal rush stopped, I ended up, being terminated. So I called up my buddy. I said, "Hey, man, I lost my job. I got my final paycheck. Let's go do something fun." And so we went dirt bike riding. To make a long story short, I was in a bad dirt bike wreck, and I ended up in the hospital that night. And I broke my right ankle, broke and dislocated my right ankle. Since I laid my bike over on the road, I had shredded my right side. I had road rash, so I had stitches, screws, casts, bandages, you name it, the whole 9 yards. And so I was dealing with a lot of pain from that accident, and that was a week before my first college semester had started. So I had lost my job, lost my mobility to walk, started my first college semester ever studying mechanical engineering, which was very, very stressful. And then, on top of that, my girlfriend that I had been dating for almost 3 years in high school decided to take her life in a different direction. And so I was, and so we were not together anymore. And so it was very difficult for me to deal with this. And I was having a very hard time, coping with emotional and physical pain, and also the stress of school on top of that. So, I had people telling me, "Oh yeah, Nick, go do things that make yourself happy. Go do things for yourself." And I really had no motivation to go and do that. I really didn't want to go out and do anything. I had no motivation whatsoever. And I was at the lowest of my low. I was that guy in the relationship that was very emotionally dependent on somebody else, on them to make me happy. And I said, "You're the only thing that makes me happy. Without you, I'd have nothing." That's the kind of person I was in the relationship. And at the time, I thought it was whatever. It was my first serious relationship, so I just kind of went along with it. But now that I'm out and I'm looking in, I realize the person I was looking for to make me happy all along was me. And I never, ever considered myself. But now that I've been exposed to this, now that I've been learning the personal development and the leadership quality skills that all my friends, all my leaders have been teaching me, it's allowed me to grow as such an individual, such a leader, to not have to rely on other people to make you happy, to not have to rely on other people, to cheer up your day. Because all I have to do, if I want to be happy, I make the decision to be happy. I don't dwell on negativity. You make the choice and you decide to be happy. And so, once I was dealing with all this, my accident, my first college semester, my first time being single in over 3 years, it was tough. And I was invited out to an event, and I didn't know what was going on. Nobody told me anything. The last time I had seen all of those people in the same room, they were all partying in high school, drinking, smoking, whatever. And I walked in, and these people were serious. They had notebooks, laptops, and they were talking about business. And I had no idea what was going on. And if anything, it was very uncomfortable because I was not. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what they were doing, and nobody would tell me right away. So I sat in, and eventually somebody got up and they started speaking, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Why are they speaking? If I do something wrong, is this an intervention for me? I didn't know, and like I said, nobody had told me what was going on whatsoever. And halfway through the event, a couple people had gone up and they started speaking, and I didn't want to be there. I didn't like it. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand it, and so I actually wanted to get up and leave. But I didn't drive my truck to that house. My friend had drove me in his car, so I was kind of stuck there. But that decision for me to stay at that event was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. Because if I never made that decision to stay, I wouldn't have met the people I've met. I wouldn't have gone to the places I've gone. I wouldn't have gone to Las Vegas in 2014 to see the amazing convention they put on that BK and his whole team made for all of us. And, you know, I wouldn't have learned the things I've been learning. And I've truly developed and grown as a person to really be a leader, to really do my own things and do what I want to do in life. And this has allowed me and given me the opportunity to share that motivation and inspiration, that desire, that drive with other people, because everybody has those goals. Everybody has those goals and dreams they want to do in life. But you know what stands in their way? Fear and self-doubt. They either tell themselves they're scared or they think they can't do it. Whether you think you can or you can't, either way you're right. So tell yourself you can and make it happen. And I'm here to help every single one of my friends, every single one of my peers to get what they've always wanted. And that's what I really love about this. It's really a giving opportunity to really give to those who have given me so much after all this time, and to give to those who don't have much. Because I was very fortunate growing up to get things that I needed and also wanted. You know, so my two main reasons for doing this: I have a want and I have a need. You know, everybody has wants and everybody has needs, and they're very different things. For my wants, you know, I'm a dirt biker. I like motorsports. I like off-roading. I'm an adrenaline junkie to the grave. That's probably why I broke my leg in my dirt bike accident, because I was just holding the throttle wide open thinking it was fun. And you know what? Being stupid has its consequences. So, you know, learn from those who have made mistakes. And, you know, so I wanted to basically use this as a vehicle to you know, engineering is a very difficult field to pursue, and I want to use this with what I'm learning to be able to handle all the challenges, the classes, the stress, the homework, the projects, in order to accomplish that engineering degree. And on top of that, so with that engineering degree, I want to actually be able to either design, build, and fabricate either brand new motocross dirt bikes or desert racing trucks. I mean, that would be amazing for me. That's one of my biggest dreams, to be able to drive a desert racing truck. And if I could be able to build my own, that would be amazing. And my need, what you know, everybody has wants, everybody has needs, and needs are necessities. Needs are things you can't go without, like food, water, shelter. And something that I feel like I need to do is to give back to those who have given me so much these 19 years of me growing up as who I am today. You know, my parents give me a very fortunate life of giving me a lot of things growing up. You know, I actually have my own house now at 19 years old, and I didn't ask for it. My parents decided to do that for me. They gave that to me, and you know, I understand not everybody has what I have. And so I want to use this opportunity as my vehicle, as my opportunity to give back to those, to not only my family, but to my friends, my grandparents, my peers, everybody who has supported me and contributed to everything that I've accumulated after all these 19 years of me growing up. And so this is a very grateful opportunity that I've been given to give back, to help others. You know, a lot of people, when they hear about this, they're like, oh, Vima, this, that. I don't want to sell energy drinks to my friends. I don't want to do this and that. It's not for me. You know what? It can be for anybody. It can be for anybody. And this is coming from somebody who, when I first went to my event, I denied even trying one of the drinks and was ready to walk up and leave within the first 15 minutes. And for me, it's not about the money. It's not about the car. The monetary value is just material. That's not important. What is important is changing people's lives, because everybody has those dreams and goals that they always want to achieve, but for some reason they keep telling themselves they can't do it. And if you can you know, inspire them and motivate them to really go out there and do it, and you see people's lives that change because of your work and your effort to motivate them and inspire them, that is so much more rewarding than any paycheck or any money you could ever receive. When somebody comes to you and thanks you, said, you know what, Nick, thank you for helping me. You've helped me. You've changed my life. I'm living so much better now because of the things you've done for me, the things you've helped me accomplish. That, to me, is the most rewarding thing you could ever imagine. To help somebody to really do what they've always wanted to do. And to help them grow as individuals. To these people that, like me in high school, I was very shy, very quiet, not a leader, not a public speaker, not anything like that. And now I get up in front of people and I speak, and I love it. I love to share my story. I love to talk, love to motivate people. I love to meet new people. I love to teach. I love to lead by example. So the things I do first. A boss says, you're going to do this now. A leader says, we're going to do this together. And that's what I love about this, is this allows people to become leaders. And that's, in my opinion, what our generation, this project, this Generation Y, or whatever our generation is considered, this whole social media, technology, internet age has been euthanized, and it's hard to explain. But you look back at our parents' generation, you look at our generation now, and our generation, and the way our friends and our peers behave and act and communicate is very different from the past. And if anything, it's pushed away the conventional, the conventional talking, the conventional socializing, when people can just send a text message instead of having to call and listen to somebody's voice. If anything, it's just because they're, I don't know, some people are too shy to even make a phone call nowadays. And it's kind of sad to hear that, because people really need to take charge of their lives and really go out there and do what they want to do, instead of letting other people or their own self-doubt tell them they can't. Because like I said, whether you think you can or you can't, either way you're right. So tell yourself you can, go out there and do it. And with this opportunity, I can help every single one of my friends do exactly what they want to do, whether it's Vemma or not. I'm willing to help people and go out of my way to help you do what you want to do, get what you want to get in life, and literally live your dreams, the happy, healthy, and wealthy lifestyle. If you don't like being happy, if you don't like being healthy, if you don't like being wealthy, I think something's wrong. But I think most of you can agree that being happy, healthy, and wealthy is something that everybody would love and appreciate for the rest of their life. That's what I love to give. That's what I love to share. That's what this is doing for me. This is also what I'm doing for others. So, again, if you're watching this, thank you again for taking the time to watch this. Share this with your friends. I encourage you to make your own story. Get your word out there. Share your story. Really get out there and inspire people. Everybody loves some inspiration throughout the day. So, like I said, thank you for watching this. Again, my name is Nick Klein, and you'll be seeing me around shortly. Thank you.